Hi everybody, this is Laney. Hope you all are well. In today's video, we will be talking about Juneteenth. It is the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States of America. Juneteenth, also known as Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, Liberation Day, and Emancipation Day, is a holiday celebrating the emancipation of those who had been enslaved in the United States of America. The color of Juneteenth, or should I say the colors of Juneteenth, red, white, and blue, same as the United States flag, emphasizing that those formerly enslaved and their descendants are Americans. Juneteenth was originally celebrated in Texas on June 19, 1866. It marked the first anniversary of the day that African Americans learned that they were free. How did they learn they were free? Good question. Because that was the time Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. More than 2 years after it was initially issued, the holiday was initially celebrated with prayer, songs, wearing new clothes. The Emancipation Proclamation, issued by President Abraham Lincoln on January 1st, 1863, had established that all enslaved people and Confederate states in rebellion against the Union shall be free forever. But in reality, the Emancipation Proclamation didn't instantly free any enslaved people. The proclamation only applied to states under Confederate control and not to slave-holding border states or rebel areas already under Union control. However, as Northern troops advanced in the Federation South, many enslaved people fled beyond Union lines. In Texas, slavery had continued for a long time. Many enslavers from outside the Lone Star State had moved there as they viewed it as a safe haven for slavery. After the war came to a close in the spring of 1865, General Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas that is, that June, signal freedom for Texas. 250,000 enslaved people were supposedly free, but then again, not free. Although the emancipation did not happen overnight for everyone, in some cases, enslavers withheld the information until after harvest season. Celebrations broke out among newly freed Black people as Juneteenth was born. That December, slavery in America was formally abolished with the adoption of the 13th Amendment. In 1979, Texas became the first state to make Juneteenth an official holiday. Today, 47 states recognize Juneteenth as a state holiday, while efforts to make it a national holiday have so far stalled in Congress. African American historian Henry Louis Gates Jr. noted that freedom didn't come automatically to Texas and the 200,000 enslaved people. On plantations, masters had to decide when and how to announce the news or wait for the government agent to arrive, and it was not uncommon for them to delay until after the harvest, he wrote. According to Gates, newly freed Black men and women rallied around June 19th in the first year, transforming it from a day of unhealed military order until their own annual rite. The first Juneteenth celebration took place in 1866 in Texas, with community gatherings, including sports events, cookout, prayer, dance, parade, and singing spirituals like Many Thousand Gone and Go Down Moses. Black people know how to celebrate, we know how to cook, we know how to eat, we know how to dance. I mean, this is us to a T. Some events even featured fireworks, which involve filling trees with gunpowder and setting them on fire. And we are very creative. We are some creative people, aren't we? At the core of the celebration was a desire to record groups' gains since emancipation, an occasion for gathering lost family members, measuring progress against freedom, and rising generations with the value of self-empowerment and radical uplift, Gates wrote. This part is presented by Vox magazine. The post-emancipation period, known as Reconstruction between 1865 and 1877, marked an era of great hope, uncertainty, and struggle for the nation as a whole. Formerly enslaved people immediately sought to reunify families, establish schools, run for political office, push radical legislation, and even sue shareholders for compensation, given the 200-plus years of enslavement. Such changes were nothing short of amazing, but even a generation out of slavery, African Americans were inspired and empowered to transform their lives and their country. Juneteenth marks our country's second Independence Day. Although it has long celebrated in the African American community, this monumental event remains largely unknown to most Americans. One last note, in 1886, the Statue of Liberty was a symbol of the democratic government and Enlightenment ideals, as well as a celebration of the Union's victory in the American Civil War and the abolition of slavery. Be well, stay safe, and stay in peace, not pieces. Hit that bell so you will know every time I upload a video.